Hi there, I'm Brian Burkhart with AlterEgo, and today's edition of AV Answers, we're going to talk about microphones. Microphones are a big part of the equation at any meeting or event because you actually have to hear what your presenters say. And there are a variety of ways to make that happen. Let's go over some of the basics. First and foremost, there is the classic, the standard, the wired handheld. Why is it called a wired handheld? Well, because I'm holding it in my hands and it has a wire. This is about as basic as it gets, and it's very reliable. Comes in a variety of models, but as you could guess, the wired handheld is really straightforward. You can plug this into a variety of sound systems, including things like often house sound, which would be kind of like the speakers up in the ceiling, and it doesn't sound great. It's often a combination of both the mic itself, but certainly those speakers coming out of the ceiling, the cheap, easy way, but you get what you pay for. Wired handheld. An upgrade from the wired handheld is the wireless handheld. Now, this is a nice microphone. This is obviously handheld, but wireless, and it allows people to move and groove and really engage the audience with a little bit more, full engagement. The thing about these guys, it takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more gear. You have to have a receiver, a system that allows the wireless signal to actually be received. Again, same kind of thing. You could do this through things like speaker in the house, you could do big cabinets, you can do a variety of things, but the combination of the microphone itself as well as the big system to hear it really makes a big difference in the overall sound quality. Similar, along the same line, is a wireless lavalier. That's these little guys. I'm actually wearing one right now. The thing about the wireless lavalier is that they are really discreet. For me, I prefer this mic overall because when I speak to groups, I don't like to have the microphone held up like this. I like to have full use of my hands, and the wireless lav is perfect for that. Couple of things about this. You want to make sure that the batteries are always fresh. Again, same kind of thing. You need the right speakers to actually use the microphone to its fullest potential, but you want to make sure it's snug and hidden. You can see my mic is very well hidden. Cord is underneath my jacket. Pack is around back. You don't want to see all the wires and loosey-goosiness. You want to make sure it's nice and tidy. The cool part about the lavalier, for sure, is that once you mic someone up, you can swap out the battery, the backpack, very easily. So get the microphone portion itself really well hid, and then it's easy to get to the back part where you swap out the battery. Similar to the wired lavalier, or to the wireless lavalier, is this little guy, kind of often called the Madonna mic. You've seen people wear these on things like TED Talks. It's a really interesting mic that has a specific purpose. See, my lav is right here. And if I was part of, let's say, a panel discussion and I was looking this way towards the moderator, you can hear immediately how my voice has changed a little bit. I'm far from the microphone. That distance, that space from this little guy in my mouth, it changes the quality of the mic, of the sound. And so with these guys, this microphone is right here. It goes up right next to your mouth. It never changes. And so let's say you're shooting an aerobics video or you're doing some kind of a cool onstage activity that has lots of movement. This type of mic is going to be the perfect choice because that space never changes. So consider things like panels where you really want to know what way the people are looking. If I was going to be speaking to a moderator this entire time, it would be best served to put my lav on this side versus on this side. Lots of little nuances about how these microphones work. And to cap it all off, one of my favorite little tools, an audience engagement tool, is something called a catch box. Now, we love these things. See, the thing about catch boxes is it doesn't look like a microphone at all, but it is. Inside this cylinder, a lav, one of these guys, goes right in there. But this sucker is meant to be thrown. You can throw it and you can catch it. But the cool part is you talk right into it. This is a great way to engage the audience. You literally throw it out into the audience, have them throw it around, and ask questions to the presenter. It's super cool, and the amazing thing about it is you can bounce it off the ground, you could run it off a table, and it still sounds pretty great. Any way you slice it, the catch box adds some excitement into the room versus people simply running mics, which is fine, but not very fun. So, Microphone 101, you got your wired handheld, wireless handheld, lavaliers, the little Madonna mics for real active situations, and when you really want some cool client and audience engagement, consider the catch box. For AlterEgo and AV Answers, if you've got questions, we've got answers. I'm Brian Burkhart. We'll see you soon.